Now, when you hear the company name Detex, what do you think about? Exit alarms, exit devices, and that sort of thing. However, there is something that Detex has been doing for over 20 years that I never knew about, and I'm guessing you never have either. All right, so I am here with Chris and Isai, and they are both engineers. And well, I don't really know very much about this type of product line. And when you come here to the factory and you see these things, you're kind of like, that's interesting. And for the record, I have not been calling them optical turnstiles. I've been calling them optical turntables, okay? It's embarrassing, and they've been pretty nice to me about it, but you know, it is what it is. But anyways, I'm gonna turn it over to Isai and Chris and let them talk about it.
Good afternoon, my name is Chris Rodriguez. I'm the technical sales engineer for the ESI line of products that are Detex. And we're just gonna show you a couple models here and the functions that they perform and some of the cool aspects that sets them apart from the rest of the market, the competitors. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start with our first model here. We call this our ES832 model. This is a more condensed pedestal. It's going to be 8 inches wide and 42 inches long, which is good for smaller vestibule areas. It's got the armbar barriers, as you can see. We'll go ahead and demonstrate them. As you see, you have plexiglass that's housing 4 different sensors on each side. The sensors are communicating with each other. So the moment I step in here, these locking arm mechanisms are going to keep me from entering the secure area. Now, if I have a controlled access input, there we go. And in I go. Now, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna demonstrate the tailgate function. And if I could have PJ here be my extra man. So, I'm gonna be the authorized user. PJ is gonna be the gentleman that's following too
trying to sneak
in a creepy way, but yes, so here I go, I'm the authorized user. I go through, PJ tries to get through without an authorized access, and he is caught by the anti-tailgate protection system.
Well, for the record, I thought it was you who didn't have it. I thought that was mine.
Hi, my name is Isai Moreno. I'm the product manager as well as the mechanical engineer. With this product, the other thing that we wanted to bring up was we also have a combination of biometrics and card reader with the tailgating detection. This allows us to do multi-factor authentication for people coming into high security areas, where the biometrics alone will activate the card reader and then allow you to go in. So that gives you 2 forms of authentication. All of these are fully customizable. We can integrate any of the biometrics that you want, whether it's fingerprinting, biometrics on the camera, and we can tie this in to any security system since everything is normally open. That allows for easy installation for our integrators. So then as we come along through these other turnstiles, we see that the footprints are slightly larger, but this also gives us reliability, versatility, and fully customizable features in any part of the turnstile. We can change the countertop, we can change the stainless steel powder coat to different colors as needed to fit the aesthetics of the building itself. This allows us to stand out to the competitors where we can make a Frankenstein out of these turnstiles. And then our latest and greatest model would be the 9000. This one has the same capabilities, but this also has Bluetooth capabilities and can be connected to the cloud so that you can have a tablet wirelessly connecting. And that allows us to control the turnstiles at any point in the building as long as you have internet access to the cloud.
So as you'll notice, a little bit of a gap in between the panels of our glass barrier optical turnstile, also of our arm barrier turnstiles. We do adhere to life safety codes and ADA requirements. So as you can see, each of our turnstiles that we have is a 36-inch wide lane to accommodate both ADA pedestrians and standard pedestrians. The reason for the gap is because we are a do no harm operation. We do not allow pinch points for any kind of bodily injury to any pedestrian, whether authorized or non-authorized. We're going to demonstrate a tailgate attempt with the ES9000 slimline optical turnstile. So as I run my card over the scan reader, I'm going to come through, and as PJ tries It's going to try to deter the tailgate, but it's not going to cause any bodily injury because our optical turnstiles are set up with do no harm operation, no pinch points.
Come on guys, let me in. All right, now this next part you're going to see has been, I don't know, I'm told pretty top secret. So if you wouldn't mind, before you continue, stop, fill out an NDA before you proceed. Now, I'm just joking, but fill it out anyways, thank you.
Here we have the CRDC custom remote desktop controller. This allows us to do a lot of the controlling for the optical turnstiles, but at a distance. This is usually what you see behind the guard desk, or you will see, in front of the office that controls the access in and out of a building. Now, what we want to do is get away from this turnkey switch solution as well as the push button or toggle switches. We want to create something that is easy to use, easy to install, and is also aesthetically pleasing. For the future of today, we would like to use this. This is what we call our CRDC Touch. This is because when you touch the glass, you have a capacitance. This allows you to change any one of these at any given time and allows it to reset itself. This is of course one of our prototypes that we are developing and will be launching soon.
You can see that it's a more efficient design than what we have from the 20th century. We're moving into the 21st century with modern look, less buttons and less key switches to push. So let's go ahead and activate it here. Now this system is hardwired into the turnstile, so it makes it easier for the integrator to tie it into the turnstile signal. And also we're standardizing this look. This prototype will move into a standardized product, so that way we can keep product on the shelf, reduce lead times, and have product readily available. Also, we're making sure that it is also retrofittable to older CRDC boxes, and that way we can update the existing turnstile systems that we have throughout the nation and internationally too.
All right, so there you have it, optical turnstiles from DSI by Detex. Pretty cool stuff. Now, how many of you honestly knew that Detex for the last 20 years was in optical turnstiles? I know I didn't,
Yeah.
I honestly didn't. I mean, it's kind of like an interesting thing.
Yeah.
And they're very
learn,
unique and differently. And I appreciate both of your tolerances for me calling them optical turntables.
I think I like that name better, but we'll stick with turnstiles.
Perfect. Well, hey, I really appreciate you both kind of giving an overview on what it is. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Of course, we would love to know in the comments, did you know that Detex was doing optical turnstiles or not? I look forward to knowing. My guess is, my guess is 90+% have no idea.
Oh, I'm on the same one, yes.
And
That's a fair statement.
and probably the next question, which maybe we can't answer here, but we'll see what they think. They're gonna be like, how did Detex even get into this business?
The way it started is we were always so great on the back door, we wanted to be just as good on the front door. So with the optical turnstiles, we were allowed to have pedestrian access control at the front of the door to have building security at a higher level.
Right there, well said.
Boom. Boom. Do you charge extra for that? Or is that just...
That one's
You
free.
got me there. I was like stuck. Yeah, that's good. Very good, everybody. Well, hey, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Well, I guess this is the end of the video, and it's time for you and I to part ways until next time. But hey, before you go, I really do want to make sure that you know that when you comment on our videos and you include the hashtag Lockboss, you automatically get hooked up to win cool stuff that we give away live here on YouTube every Tuesday. So we'd love to have you join us. We'd love to have you comment, and I look forward to reading them soon.